CleanO2 vlog. We're going to spend some time telling our story, talking about our technology, all of the troubles that we've experienced, where we're going, and introduce you to the team. And that's Kathy Fisher, Warren Brook, Scott Forgrave, Jeff Reading, and Peter Newduck. And myself. So I'm kind of part of that. So yeah, tune in. We'll show you a few cool things, like with our technology, how our technology works. So this is the CleanO2 office. This is a day in the life of an SME owner, small to medium enterprise. Here we have our 3D printing station. Can't really see it too well here. And built some heat exchangers over here. We have, behind me, we have our area for our electronics. And then we have our chemistry station. And then out here is where we're building the units. It's not very glorious work, but it gets the job done. I've got 4 units here that we're building. This unit here that you see at the very end here is going out to Intertech for a CSA and UL listing. Once it's complete, it'll be brought back to Calgary and installed in our very first pilot location at Garrison Woods. We'll be replacing that first prototype that we put in there. It's not as efficient or works as it doesn't work as well as these units. And then the second one here that you can see will be delivered to ATCO Gas at their Whitehorn station. Right now it's just got the heat exchanger and reaction chamber and storage tank down below. And then these other 2 units that we have here are set for Dawson Creek, which will hopefully be heading up there sometime toward the end of the year. Running a business is not for the faint of heart. It's long hours. It's bruised knuckles. It's wearing many hats. It's a lot of things. It's challenging. And I think the most challenging thing about being an entrepreneur, I don't know if I'm saying that right, entrepreneur? The most difficult thing for me is having a family. Being able to balance the time between doing this, which I love, and being with my family, which I also love, is a very difficult thing to do, because both take up so much time. And I wouldn't trade any of it for the world, but if anybody was to watch this and ask themselves whether they had it in them to be able to start a small business with a family, I would say yes, you do, but it's more challenging, I think, to run a small business with a family than if you are single and able to not have to answer to anybody else but your own decisions. Sometimes in business, you think you have a handle on how things are going to turn out, and it can be completely wrong. Recently, we had to make some adjustments to our plans. We had strategized at how we were going to roll out with part of our business. We had thought of every possible angle, and to have a better chance of success, we thought that we would come up with a series of plans that would address any potential outcome from the conversations we were going to have with potential partners. So we broke them down into 3 plans. We had Plan A, which was going to resolve something if a certain answer was given. We would then move on to Plan B, thinking that's how we would respond if they said something differently to what was happening in Plan A. And then our absolute backup plan was Plan C. We figured we've got this all nailed down. We spent a good chunk of time trying to figure out how this was going to roll out, and these 3 plans we were sure were going to address anything should it alter course. So recently I had a business trip which required me to implement one of these 3 plans. However, upon having that meeting, we discovered that none of these plans were going to work because we hadn't taken into account a completely different element that we were unfamiliar with, which meant when we presented our issues with Plan A, they said, nope, not going to work. So we said, wait, we have another plan. And they said, nope, not going to work. So we said, but we have one more plan, so we're safe. Not not so. So that left us scrambling and recognizing that we had to come up with another plan, and that plan was Plan X. We had to scramble quickly. The only way we were going to make Plan X work, spin around the moon, bring it all back to home base, and start from scratch. Plan X has to work. There is no other option. We have to make Plan X work. There isn't a multitude of answers. There isn't a multiple of solutions. It's Plan X. That's what we have, and that's what we're going with. So, we have 2 units that are being built. The one that's being assembled right now is going into Intertech. It's due to be shipped out by the end of this week. The second one is going to be built for the ATCO Whitehorn project. To do that, I have to finish assembling the agitator for the reaction chamber, the electronics. I have to put a new pump, motor contactor, assemble the rest of the panels. I have to redesign the hinge shims for the access door to the reaction chamber. There's a whole bunch of things that have to get done. And I have to get it done within a relatively short period of time. The ATCO unit has to be installed by the end of this month. So I've got 4 weeks to get it all done. It's going to be a lot of late nights. So I better get to it.